Hey there, I'm Akita, and I'm going to show you how to take a PDF slide deck that's been made in NotebookLM and how to make it into a PowerPoint or into a Google Slide. I'm also going to show you how to go about editing it, and I'm going to show you a paid way through a paid tool, and I'm also going to show you a free way if you have to kind of go ahead and bootstrap it. That's doable too. And we're all on different budgets, so let's go. So I'm here right now in NotebookLM. And over here to the right, you see like the option to be able to make whatever information that you've uploaded into an actual slide deck. So over here, if I click on that, I have the actual manifesto, a slide deck that I made out of this information of a fictitious business called the Junk Drawer Organization Empire, where basically the person is trying to, run a business behind organizing people's junk drawers. Now, the only thing that I had really like an attitude about with NotebookLM when I first realized this feature, because I was all like, yes, oh my gosh, it's wonderful, until I went to download it and I realized that it would only download as a PDF. Like, what on earth, Google? Come on now, get it together, dude. But, like I don't want to be ungrateful. I mean, this is a free tool. You do get like 3 or 4 generations even on the free plan. So, you just go ahead and you do your workarounds. So to actually get this to be in a state that you can edit it and like actually switch up the text and things of that nature, because typically it's going to be the text that's going to give you the issue. I haven't noticed too many issues with misspelled words and things of that nature, but it does happen on occasion if you're doing this for like maybe you're doing a slide deck for the age of exploration as a teacher, you're making a resource, maybe you're doing it for your own classroom, maybe you're doing a slide deck as a pitch for a new mini course or something like that for your business, or some sort of actual one-on-one client work. You want to go ahead and lay things out for your client. You might have to go in there and start doing like a little bit of, fooling around, messing around with the text, making some changes. So here's what you're going to want to do. Now, I'm going to show you both the free version and the paid version. So I'm here in Canva Pro, and I will, didn't mean to do that. I will say this, you tend, at least my experience is with all the ones that I've tested, is that when I've tested the PDF, trying to actually get the PDF to convert to a PowerPoint, and a lot of my regular tools that I use, for whatever reason, like the file tends to be so big through NotebookLM that it will not, these actual other free tools will not convert it to a PowerPoint without you having to pay. And I'm like, well, shoot, I'm not trying to pay for more stuff here. Like, can we be frugal with this, please? So here in Canva, I went ahead and I used that to go ahead and get it to be transferred into a PowerPoint or a Google slide deck. And let me show you what I did. So I'm here in Canva. I have this open to presentation style. I have upload files. So the first thing that I did was I uploaded the actual drawer PDF. So I went over here to NotebookLM, and just right here where the slide deck is, you can hit the 3 dots and then hit download, or actually click on the actual PDF itself. And there's a little icon right here. If you hover the cursor around it, it will say download. So download it, you're good to go. Now, once you've done that, over here in Canva, you can do this in a free account too, no big deal. Upload the files, and then you just kind of upload the actual PDF that you want to use. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to pop up over here in designs, which is completely fine. And then what you do is you want to put the designs or import them into the actual, the presentation. So I'm just going to put apply all 14 designs or all 14 pages. And there it is. Everything is looking good. It's where it needs to be. Now, where you want to at this point in time is to edit, is that you want to, I'm going to show you the actual bootstrapping free way first. You want to make sure that you go ahead and take care of whatever text that you want to take care of, because once you actually download this, nothing is going to be editable. Like literally nothing is going to be. So you want to make sure that you take care of this now as it is on the free plan. Now there's another way I'm going to show you how to do this with the actual paid plan of Canva Pro, but for now let's just say that you don't have that option. What you'll simply do is go over here to Elements, go into, or type in rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and grab from Shapes rectangle. And then over here, I'm just going to go ahead and hit the color for the rectangle. I'm going to go over here to add a new color and then hit, sorry, my head is big, and then hit the actual color picker. And what I want to do is drag this color picker over here to the background of the spot that I want to go ahead and edit, so that it's the same color. And so you can't tell what's what or who's who. So let's just say that I want to go ahead and change a hero's blueprint for building a junk drawer empire. I'm going to go ahead and take this rectangle, and I might have to make two. See how it's kind of it's going to start to block this image. I don't want it to do that. Let me go ahead and duplicate it. And I'm just going to make it a bit skinnier, a little bit wider here, and voila, I have a blank palette. So I can now go to text. I can go to add a text box. And if I want to go ahead and change this to say, with some similar font, a Drawer Therapist Manifesto, the first path to endless riches and financial freedom. Let's just say whatever I want to go ahead and tweak and adjust, I do that. So you cover it with some sort of an actual text box or some kind of a square or shape that's going to go ahead and blend in with the background. Then you go ahead and you type in what you want to type, and all is well. Everything is good to go. You just make certain that you're using a font that actually is not a paid one if you have a free account, because it will, like, it won't let you download stuff with an actual paid font. So Avenir, at this point, that's a paid font. See how the actual crown is right there? So just be mindful of that. You'll be like, what did I do? It's because, like, if you're on a free account and you use a paid font, it's going to want you, Canva wants you to go ahead and pay up. So I'm just going to switch that to Glacial Difference, and that's all good. Now, another option, this is the paid version. Okay, so before you download anything, on the paid version, what you can do is click the entire image, because that's what it came in as an image. You go to Edit. If you have the paid version, you can go ahead and do what we call grab text. Click on that. It's going to do its thing, figure out where the text is. And here's like a whole bunch of text. So I'm just going to go ahead and click this, this, and this. And I'm going to leave that alone because you probably should leave that alone. There's a lot of reasons why Google does not like you removing their stuff. Just saying. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the text. I'm going to leave this alone. That's part of the image, so that can stay as it is. And now I can go ahead and edit all of this text. This is the grab text feature. I can go ahead and tweak different images, or excuse me, different piece of text. I can go ahead and retype stuff, take care of misspellings. It is all here. And what the good thing is about this is that it'll go ahead and it'll try to mimic the font that it thinks that you want, or the kind of font that it thinks it best matches the image that you have, which is pretty freaking awesome in my opinion. And you can just go ahead and redo this for all of them. Just rinse and repeat, do the exact same thing, grab the text, and then you can go ahead and that way just go about editing everything. Grab, grab, grab. Now, at this point in time, whatever you're doing, be it free or paid, you can do the same exact techniques, whatever your situation is. At this point, you do have some options. So over here, once you've done what you need to do, you can go ahead and go to share, and then you can go ahead and go to download, and then up here where it says file type, you can go ahead and do PPT and download. So that is going to download this actual file as a PowerPoint. Probably should have named that. My bad. Probably should have named that. Anyway, I have your paragraph text. It kind of did that. And when I open this up in PowerPoint, let's enable editing. Here we go. You'll notice that I can still edit the part that I had adjusted. The actual background is still there. That has not been touched. Move over here. Go to this one. Look, I can still edit this, right? I can still edit all the ones that I actually change with the magic text or the text grab, or yeah, text grab, yeah. It's all suited and it's good to go. Suited and booted. But everything else, you'll notice, I didn't do anything with this. All of this is still one image. And so you just need to be mindful that it's going to import your stuff as one image. But I do know that some people like to go ahead and work in PowerPoint. So that is certainly an option for sure. Now, as far as Google Slides is concerned, actually, I probably should have closed that out. Let's do that really quickly. Don't save. All good. So for Google Slides, if you just want to go ahead and have a slide deck, and maybe you're making some kind of a virtual field trip or something like that for your students where you need parts where they can actually edit, you want to put in extra things and then share the Google slide or whatever, go to New, File Upload. I'm going to grab your paragraph text because that's what it saved it under. I'm going to hit Open. I'm going to hit, it's being stubborn. I'm going to hit open, and then it's going to go ahead and upload the file. Now you can, as a side note, if you wanted, go into share and then see all, and you can go ahead and save as a Google Drive. And then if you hit that button, it'll like ask you what folder you want to put your stuff in, and it'll save it as a Google slide deck. That's certainly an option too, but I like just to download and just see. It's just a personal preference for myself. But over here, here's my Your Paragraph Text PPT PowerPoint. I'm going to click on that. It's going to open the file in Google Slides. This has great implications for things being sold on TPT for sure too. That's just where my mind is going at the moment. But as you can see, you can edit. You can edit. You might have to go ahead and tweak and adjust stuff because the conversion is kind of wonky sometimes. Just to make sure everything is as you would like it to be. And of course, you have the one section right there that's as it, you know, one image. But that's basically it. That's how you go ahead and you take a NotebookLM slide deck and you can put it into Canva, do some editing either on your own or otherwise. You could possibly even do it in Google Slide Deck, but I kind of like the interface with Canva a little bit more before you slap it into Google Slides, mainly because of how this looks right here. The PDF does not convert well into Google Slides. That's been my actual experience. So Canva is basically where you're starting off to go ahead and get everything converted, and then you kind of go from there for your PowerPoint and then that into your slide deck. But there's lots of use cases for this for sure. But that's it for me for this particular video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you're picking up what I'm throwing down. If you're liking what I'm teaching, stick around for a while. I have more to come. And if you like, there are freebies below. Help yourself at your leisure, especially if you're someone who's into digital products, printables, and all that kind of good fun stuff, including making really cool things, good quality products with AI. That's it for me. Take care.